Hey Fireflies, hope you're doing well today. I am doing amazing because I received a custom commission from a very special person today. A very big supporter of ours reached out and asked me if I could make a custom for them, and this is them over on Instagram. They're also here on YouTube and they comment on all of our videos, and they're so kind and they've supported us in the past, buying from our Whatnot show and everything. So I'm so excited to have received a message from them and get started on a custom for them. The custom design they gave me is also really amazing. It's going to challenge me, especially with the sculpting, but I'm so excited because it's a head swap of a golden retriever head and a collie body, which thankfully I already have a collie body already, so I just have to take the head off of this guy and get it on here and the head swap will be complete. But I know that this head swap is gonna look great because the proportions are there, fur matches, it's gonna look awesome. So I'm very excited to get this together here. This head swap should be rather easy as long as the peg fits. So I don't know how to tell if a peg fits until I've actually done the work and tested it, but I'm just putting the golden retriever in some hot water to get his head squishy, so then his head will come off. I'm also going to throw in the collie body so that way it loosens the plastic and just makes it a little bit easier to get the peg in there. Here comes the moment of truth. Well, I guess not yet. Let's just try to get this off first. Yay! Came off smooth. Now it's moment of truth. Let's try to get some of that water out of there. Will it fit? His face looks so funny when I squish it. I'm gonna heat it up some more because I'm struggling. Take 2, and if it doesn't work, then perhaps the peg is too big, and then I've got a whole new issue. Perhaps I could take the peg out of the head and then get it into the body first. I've had to do that before. Let's try that. And we are successful! The head is on there nice and sturdy, nice and bobbly, and we're good to go. So I actually couldn't get the peg out of the head. It was like glued in there. So I tried a new method. I was like, okay, I've seen somebody tell me to file the peg down if it's too big. So I took a nail filer and shaved the peg down, and I was like, I don't think this is gonna work. And then guess what? It worked! It fit! So yay! So thank you to whoever said file the peg down, because I don't know what I would have done without that method, and I just didn't film it because it was just a bunch of trial and error and I thought it would be boring to film. So I was like, I'll just come and tell them what happened. Next part is sculpting, and like I said, this is going to be a bit of a challenge for me because I am not used to sculpting a lot. If I sculpt something, I either use a mold or I just sculpt little things, but I have a tail, hair, and antennas to sculpt, so it's definitely a new challenge for me, and let's just get to it. Shoo! The first thing I have to do is remove the hair on the golden retriever because I'm going to be sculpting new hair, and I want to make sure none of the plastic is peeking through, and I'm just using a nail filer to do that. This method is already working out really well. The hair is all shaved down, and now the LPS is bald. So it's time to give it some new hair, and I'm gonna sculpt that now. I probably won't show too much of the sculpting just because it takes a really long time and ends up taking up too much space on my camera. So I will check back in either midway through or when the hair is finished. So yay! Next thing I've got to do here is cut off the tail, and I've never used a little crafting knife like this before, so I have gloves on just to be safe. But I need this tail off so I can sculpt a different tail. I'm not going to cut too close to the bottom yet. Guys, this is scary. I'm gonna be right back. Okay, y'all, I got a cutting board. That way I can cut down into the cutting board. Like so. Oh yeah, it's cutting easily. Nice! Yay, I didn't waste my money! Now going to cut off the rest of this little bit here. And the tail is gone, ready to sculpt a new one. Yay! Also, I think I forgot to show y'all how the hair turned out, but there's the hair all sculpted. Yay! Y'all, look what I got. I have wire. I've never used wire to hold like sculpt in a custom before because I've never used enough like clay to have to need support until now, because the tail is going to be a bit hefty, so it's going to need some extra support. So I got some wire here. Gonna try to put some holes in, which I already got a little hole right there on the butt and try to super glue some wire in there so it can shape the tail easier and hold it better. The wire is all shaped, and I sculpted a little bit at the bottom of the antennas so that it will dry up and the antennas will stay in place. And now I'm gonna work on sculpting the tail. This is my first time sculpting anything this big before. I've never sculpted such a big tail with so much fluff. I also have never sculpted with epoxy sculpt before, so this is my first time using that type of clay as well. And honestly, it's not as scary of a job as I thought it would be. I am struggling a bit with it just because sculpting isn't something I'm very used to doing and something that I'm not that confident in, but the commissioner did know this beforehand. I was like, it's not gonna be perfect. I'm not used to sculpting that much, and they were okay with that. So I'm very thankful to them and very happy that they're okay with me like experimenting like this on their custom. And I want it to look more like a fluffy tail, not a scorpion tail. So I will get back to that and clean it up. But I'm halfway satisfied so far. Hopefully I continue to like how it's going. One antenna is finished, and these antennae were inspired by moth antennas, so they look really cool. And now I'm just gonna get started on the next one. I'm showing a little bit of the sculpting process, but like I said, it takes a long time, so I didn't film much of it. Here is what the finished product looks like. This is the most I've ever sculpted. I've probably already said that like 5 times, but it's just crazy to me that I did this, and that tail is really big. Like, that's a lot of sculpting, and the antennas, just everything is really a step out of my comfort zone, but I'm really happy with it. I think that it looks great, and for first time using epoxy sculpt, like, I have to say I do like it. I like that it molds together easier than Knead-A-Tight does. It doesn't stick to my fingers as much, so I definitely am happy with this purchase. It's kind of weird. I've never noticed this with Knead-A-Tight, but with the epoxy, it got like stains on the LPS, like pink stains. I don't know, maybe it was the alcohol that I was using to smooth it out, like mixed together with it and caused that to stain like that. So the body's a little bit pink right now, but I'm like, that doesn't really matter. It will be covered with paint anyway. So I'm so excited to paint this custom because right now, like, it's all kinds of weird. It's got a white body, a yellow face, green hair. So I'm excited to paint it and make it look much more cohesive and just see what it ends up looking like. I started with painting the base coat this lovely cream color, which was so satisfying since I just really wanted to cover all of the different types of colors going on, so it was really nice to see it all become one color. When Xena first came to me with this commission, they said that they wanted this custom to star in a music video that they're gonna work on, which is so cool. I think it's gonna be amazing to see something I created be incorporated into an LPS music video. I'm so stoked about it and can't wait until that is released on their YouTube channel. small update time. I have the base coat done and the cream coloring on the face and the paws done, and let me just say it is so satisfying to have this part painted because it just was a hot mess the other way when it had a different colored head and everything. So it's so nice to see it painted. Nice, beautiful shades of cream. I just love it. So now I have to make the next colors for this custom, which are very colorful and vibrant. So I'm excited to see how it's all gonna come together. Ignore my dogs barking. They are excited right now. I have the colors painted on and it looks so pretty together. I love it. I love the colorful next to the cream base color, and now I have to go in and blend all of these colors together. So I know that that's gonna take some time. Blending usually is pretty meticulous, especially with like these little parts here, but I'm gonna do it and it's gonna be good and it's gonna look good, and let's go. Here I took a little sponge so that I can blend out the colors. So I added the purple and the blue, and I'm just gonna press that on to the LPS like this, and it creates like a really cool effect that kind of fades the paint a little bit better than I could do with a paintbrush. I learned this method a long time ago. I don't remember which LPS tuber I was watching, but I remember it was such a game changer for me because I don't have an airbrush and I'm not great at blending with a paintbrush, and I think that this way turns out really good. The colorful parts are done on the custom. I love how it looks. The blue and purple against the cream color of the dog just looks really beautiful. It really pops. I am so happy with how this is coming together. I just think it's so pretty. So now I've got to move on to some eye details, which are really cool. Just wait till you see what the eyes are gonna look like. When I first was sent this design, the thing that stood out to me was the eyeliner of this custom. I just knew I was gonna have a really fun time painting it, so just wait and see how this looks. It's kind of like Egyptian-like. It's really beautiful. Definitely took a lot of time on the eyeliner, but I'm so happy with how it came out. It's so aesthetically pleasing to look at. I'm just really happy with it. I just think that this eyeliner is really unique and so beautiful, and it was really fun to experiment with that. So now I'm gonna move on to the eyes. Now that I have the pink done in the eyes, I'm gonna go through with a darker color. It's supposed to fade out into the pink. So I cut the sponge that I was using earlier to do the fade on the antenna and the hair into a circle. So I don't know if this is gonna work or not, but I'm gonna try to fade some paint into the eye like this, and fingers crossed that it works out. Honestly, that worked better than I thought. I think that the eyes look really good and blended out really nicely, so just gotta finish up the eyes and do some magenta on the outside of the antennas, and the custom will be finished. The custom is now fully done, so I got a cute little setup here with a nice little mirror for her to stand on, and now I will bring her out for you guys to see the finished result, because I left a lot of the eye to a mystery, so you don't know exactly what she's gonna look like, and I'm excited for you to see her now. Ta-da! Out of focus! Yay! Here she is! Yay! Oh my gosh, she's so beautiful! Ah! I'm really happy with the way she came out. I'm so stoked. I think the eyes match perfectly with the whole theme going on with her like otherworldly look. The eyes definitely tie that all together, and I just think she's so pretty. I love looking at her. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited for Xena to receive her and for her to star in her own music video. That's gonna be awesome. This custom was definitely a challenge for me. It definitely took a lot of time, and I am just really happy that everything paid off. She looks really nice. Wow, standing next to her, we actually are pretty similar colors here. We've got a light cream and a dark cream going on, but I don't have all of the purple and pink and blue like she has. She's just so gorgeous. I'm so excited to ship her out to Xena, and thank you so much for watching this video, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Bye!